I've been a Browns fan since as long as I can remember. I was born in 1973, and I can remember watching games as a young boy, going out in the backyard, pretending I was, all the players that I would watch on TV, and my love just kind of grew from there. I think it probably stemmed from my father. He kind of raised me around the Browns, bringing me to training camps, watching the games on TV with him. I went to my first Browns game with him, and kind of watching his behavior when they'd win. He was ecstatic. When they would lose, he was upset. And so I think probably from my father, that's where my love of the Browns and my passion for the Browns grew. There's a ton of moments that I'll never forget with the Browns. Some of them are actually not great moments. They're actually some negative moments, but they still do some real feelings. One would have to be Clay Matthews intercepting a pass in the playoffs against the Buffalo Bills. Going to my very first game with my dad, watching Felix Wright intercept a pass against the Rams, watching the Browns kick the crap out of the Steelers, and then there were some moments that were not so happy, but they've still stuck with me. And it's the Browns coming close to going to the Super Bowl on two different occasions: the drive and the fumble. Bottlegate, where back in the day when they played the Jaguars, and they had that when they were throwing the beer bottles at the refs. Maybe it's not a proud moment, but it's still something I'll never forget. There's a ton. I was thinking about the experience of being a Browns fan and going down to the stadium, and to me it's actually bigger than football. It's people from all different walks of life coming together. Old people, young people, people of different incomes, people of different cultures. If we win together. We're high-fiving. We're having a good time. If we lose, we're all complaining. We win as a team, we lose as a team, we win as a city, we lose as a city. Cleveland is a city on the rise, I believe. We've been beaten down for a long time by those in the press. And so I think that kind of relates to the team itself. And for whatever reason, I just feel like being a Browns fan is that exact sort of dynamic that I'm probably never going to leave Cleveland. I have a pride of being a Clevelander, and it's that same pride that I have in being a Cleveland Browns fan. We've been beaten down for a long time, whether as a Clevelander or a Cleveland Browns fan, and it's the exact same thing moving forward as a Cleveland Browns fan. The minute that they actually turn it around, it's just going to be like euphoria. It's probably going to be tears every single week. Like, seriously, it's going to be so exciting. Well, first of all, I say this every year, but that time is here now. So hopefully that's going to happen right now, and we're going to start to enjoy that success now. I mean, my ultimate goal, not life-wise, but sport-wise, my ultimate goal is to be at a Super Bowl with my son. That has been my dream since I found out I was having a son. That has been my dream, is to go to a Super Bowl with my son that the Browns are in. The Cavs winning the championship, to me, does not compare to the Browns if they win the Super Bowl. To me, out of all three sports, if the Browns win the Super Bowl, I will be ecstatic. Like, the Cavs winning the championship was amazing. It was awesome. But like, if the Indians win the World Series, awesome. But if the Browns win the Super Bowl, I'm serious, I will be like on the ground in tears. I will run up and down the street like naked. I will be, I don't know how I'll handle myself. Browns fans are some of the most dedicated fans in all of sports. baseball, basketball, or football, and they're diehards. The majority of them are going to stick it through. There are some that have kind of fallen off. But even the parade you saw that a lot of people were upset about, including myself, those fans are Browns fans, and they were showing it through that parade. They're not leaving. They're not leaving the franchise. They're sticking around. I believe that, when I hear the word Cleveland Browns, I think of a dedicated, historic franchise that back in its heyday produced 8 football championships before the merger. There's a lot of Pro Football Hall of Famers that came from the Cleveland Browns, and hopefully we can get all that back so that when people hear the name Cleveland Browns or they see it on the schedule, they know it's not a walk in the park. They're going to have to come, put their big boy pants on, because it's going to be a battle. You talk about loyalty, and you look at a player like Joe Thomas that went through all of, 11 seasons of getting beat up and beat up and beat up, and all the injuries that people didn't even know he had. And he stuck through because he wanted to be a Cleveland Brown. And in today's age with free agency and trades, and he could have gone, let's be honest, he could have gone to any team he wanted and gone for that ring. And he stayed in Cleveland. He is what is, exemplifies what it is to be a Cleveland Brown. Yeah, it's definitely hard being a Browns fan, but I would never, switch teams, never in a million years, because that day when they turn it around, it's going to be very sweet, and that's what I tell my son and my daughters, because I get asked that question a lot, like why do you continue to beat yourself up week after week, and I tell them that victory is coming, and when it does, those of us who have stayed the ground from day one, it is going to be so sweet. You'll see. This is going to sound, crazy to say based on our recent history, but watch out, because we're coming for you. I mean, we made some serious moves this offseason, which I think showed that there's no more business as usual. This is the way the team should have been handled for a long time. We've got the right people in the front office, and if you're not, doing what you're supposed to do as far as a player or a coach, you won't be on the team much longer. And I really, really, truly believe they got it right this time, and we're going to enjoy some success this year and the years coming, ahead.